Love Lessons with Joe here. Welcome back to my channel. I just came to talk about how sometimes I feel like I'm getting out of a rut and then something happens and I had to start again, like square one. And it kind of hits like a blow to like your self-esteem because you start to internalize those things and you start to feel like a failure, right? And I have this thing where sometimes my mentality has been like very black and white because of my upbringing, but we have to get it to the point where you have a great type mentality, understanding that sometimes in life we're going to have setbacks and that it depends on how we view those setbacks and how we can utilize them to actually become even greater and better than what you used to be before. I feel like, speaking from experience, my life has been set up in a way that it's like I'm always going through adversity. I bounce back, then I go through another adversity, then I bounce back again. And it has been a cycle of that. But I wanted to get it to the point where I don't have to go through so many adversities all the freaking time. But I feel like if it wasn't for those things, I wouldn't be as strong mentally as I am, even though I have my moments of weakness and I do have my moments where I'm not always feeling my best. And if I sit here and tell you guys that I'm always like on top of everything and that I have it all figured out, then I'll be a very bad liar, because life has definitely been my biggest teacher, and for better or worse. And I just sometimes feel like, God damn, when am I going to have a make or break? But I feel like in some shape or form, it's like I'm getting closer to that culmination point, but it's just still I have to fight my way to push through, because I have also suffered with a lot of procrastination mentality. Because when you have issues with procrastination, it comes from feeling like no matter what I do, it's not going to work, or I'm going to fail. So it's like a fear of failure. And I also struggle with like fear of success, like becoming too successful to the point that I'm going to outgrow everyone around me, and that people will, I don't know, start to look at me differently, and it's going to make me feel some kind of guilt because why they're not where I'm at, right? And it's to understand that you're not responsible for anybody else's journey. You're only responsible for your own journey, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, you do outgrow people. Sometimes you do have to find more like-minded individuals. I feel like for me, I'm always going through like sometimes changing friends or groups, because I just feel like I haven't fully, like, I found very few people that fully understand me, and I'm so grateful for those few individuals. But overall, like, to be 100% vulnerable, it's kind of difficult for me because it just feels so scary to just fully be like, okay, this is who I am. Because I feel like I am vulnerable in my videos and I have shared information that is like, really, you share that. But there's another aspect of me that a lot of people have yet to really fully get to know, because I don't want to put that part of myself at the wrong hands, right? So I do have very few friends that have gotten to know separate sides of me, that they fully know some of other things that the majority of people that know me don't know. But again, it's like, for example, like in relationships, I to be in a loving relationship with the opposite sex, I want to be able to find somebody that okay, I need to understand why you do what you do. What happened in your childhood? Why is your favorite color this favorite color? What motivates you? What pushes you, right? And I noticed that nowadays people have such a hard time connecting with one another. People are so superficial and materialistic, right? And there's nothing wrong with those things, right? I desire to have some material wealth and things of that nature, but I don't want that to just be who I am fully, right? Because material things are nice to look at, but then who are you? Like, the depth of your soul. Who are you without the mask that you present out to the public? Like, who is really you? What makes you the person? And it's like, sometimes it's so difficult having such depth. And I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's like, I look at the world through very different lenses, and I suffer greatly because of being misunderstood and having people think that I was weird or strange, and having to repress part of me because I wasn't allowed to be who I was when I was a child. So I had to like become this tougher exterior, but in reality I was a lot softer and sweet. But it's like the world taught me like, oh, you can't go around being like that too much because people are going to take advantage and people will see you as a pushover, which I am now definitely not a pushover. I know how to defend myself, and I also know how to walk away when certain situations call for it. But I cannot be the only one that thinks this way. I don't know if it's because I am INFJT. I figured this out a couple of years ago, not too long ago, and I've been looking into those things that are attached to that personality type. And I feel so understood because I'm like, oh my God, why why do I have to have this rare personality type? And you know, not being able to fit in so much with a lot of people kind of, like I said, brought me a lot of pain. But I realized that being different like this, it kind of put me in a position to take a different paths than my family members and my peers. So I guess sometimes some of the most painful experiences can be the push to just realize what you're meant to be doing on this planet and what your purpose is. So I guess I'm grateful in a way, but it wasn't fun going through a lot of things. It really wasn't fun because I have shed so many tears and I have felt so much pain on a deep level because I'm very intense. I'm a very intense individual. So for me, like, if I really like you, then I really like you. If I really don't like you, then I really don't like you. Like I said, like that whole black and white mentality. But yeah, I'm just going through things sometimes. Like sometimes I get super motivated and I do a lot of things, and then there's other times that I procrastinate a lot and I just like waste a lot of time doing nothing because I just feel like so tired of like everything, life and the world and people around me. And then I end up feeling extremely guilty because I feel like, oh, I wasted so much time. I could have been doing X, Y, and Z. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure some of you are probably going through stuff. And given everything that's been going on since 2020 to now, it's just mentally, it's just a lot to take, right? So yeah, you guys just let me know if you guys can relate to like going through a lot of obstacles and tribulations nonstop, moving forward, taking one step forward, and if you feel like you're taking 10 steps backwards. And I have said it numerous times. I think I've said it. I think I'm my own worst enemy for sure, right? And I think we all are our own worst enemy, and we need to take hold of this because otherwise, if you don't, then someone else is gonna take hold of it for themselves. And if we don't program ourselves, we're not going to maximize our potential. Because I think everybody has the potential to be great. Should they explore those things and should they understand what their inner motivation is and do the necessary shadow work in order to heal whatever unhealed wounds. And I have been doing a lot of shadow work for the past few months. As of lately, I have not been as proactive or as consistent as I was months ago because I guess, I don't know, maybe I got to rest or whatever. But once I get back my motivation, best believe I'm gonna go in full force. But anyways, you guys, just wanted to let you guys know that. Comment down below and let me know what's been happening with you guys. And thank you so much for the new subscribers and for the old subscribers. Bye everyone.